Today's message: your purpose will get much clearer as your crowd gets smaller. Think about that. Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. And I'm just going to start it off like this. You know what that was about? Do you know what that was about? Guys, we got some big news that dropped today for Zebec Network. Let me first shout out ZBCN, man. If you're watching, shout you out, brother. What's understood don't need to be explained. You know what I'm talking about. All right, guys. So what's the big news we're going to talk about in this episode? Well, unless you live under a rock, and I admit everybody, you got your busy lives, but we're in these crypto streets out here. We're in these trenches. So some of you might not know. And those of you who do know, I'm going to paint it for you anyway and put it into another perspective. Guys, I'm gonna flash it up here too. Zebec Network and World Liberty Finance. Need I say more? So that's what we're about to talk about. And let me just, before I get into this, let me explain something to you guys. And this, with the upcoming Clarity Act and everything, just by the way, sidebar, it is postponed, decisions and all of that, the write-up that they got going on, until I believe toward the end of this month. Brian Armstrong from, the CEO of Coinbase, he has some rebuttals. He didn't like some of the things that was in that initial script. So back to the drawing board. I believe the next one will come out, at least the text from it will come out the 21st of this month. So that's getting wrapped up. That's good. Guys, for those of you who want to know a little bit more about that, check out the video I did on yesterday. Flashed it up here for you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, smash that like button. Give me a sub. And again, I'm keep telling you guys, get a lot of views, tons of views, returning viewers. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the goddamn channel. Please. But anyway, enough of that. So let me explain something to you guys and put it really simple. And by saying this right here, this will help you look at where crypto is going. They're trying to regulate, or they're regulating crypto. Let's put it that way. And the thing you should look at here is governments do not regulate things that they plan to kill. They regulate things that they plan to keep. So if that gives you any peace, and going forward at night, like what's going to happen to crypto? Am I putting all of my money in a dying asset class? That should end it right there. They would not be regulating it if they planned on killing it. So I don't know about you guys, but for me, when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture there, that should tell you, oh, we're safe. And not only that, let's look at this. Let's look at this partnership. We're going to jump over here and look at this partnership, and I'm tell you what this means. The bigger picture, because let's not forget, this is Trump's baby. World Liberty Finance, USD1, because that's what it's about. This is his baby. Also, do me a favor, guys, look down below, get your cold storage wallet. I know I don't talk a whole bunch about cold storage wallets anymore, but I mention them. I do all of my business in my cold storage wallet because I don't trust these major financial institutions when it comes to my crypto. So I like to take it off of these exchanges and put it in my own safekeeping, so I don't worry about waking up and something's wrong. So got 10% discount on Tangent cold storage wallets down below. Check that out. Also check out growrichgrowhappy.com. Go over there, pick up my book, Overcoming Self for Crypto Wealth. Got a paperback and I got a download edition. The paperback comes with your own exit strategy, and keep in mind that exit strategy is something that will be, you can download it. It's not something that is mailed to you with the paperback. And also that exit strategy, you have to add it to the cart when you get the paperback edition, so that you won't get charged for it. So if you add it to the cart and then you pay for the paperback, it'll give you the exit strategy for free. Then you can just download it. So with that, guys, let's jump over here and let's talk some business. So remember what I said, the governments, and it's not just the US government, but governments, period. See what they're doing over in the UK and everything. They do not regulate things that they plan to get rid of. They regulate things that they plan to keep. This is why we have the Genius Act. This is why they're having this Clarity Act, so that they can, just kill all this wild, wild west stuff. So we're sitting in a great position if you're in crypto right now. So here it is right here. This is the announcement of all announcements. USD1 enters everyday payments, guys. This is Trump's company. Remember that. Now, regardless if you support Trump or you don't support Trump, that's really irrelevant, because you got to remember, he's the one that has done a lot for crypto. I hear people down there saying, oh, no, he hasn't. He's hurt the world. I don't get into politics. I don't. I'm looking at the bigger picture here. I want what's right for crypto. I stand with crypto. So now we have all these legislations working for crypto. So that's what I look at. And the fact that, you have World Liberty Finance, and you have the fact that their USD1 now is being incorporated into the Zebec's rails, payment rails. Oh my goodness. Zebec is integrating World Liberty Finance USD1 across its payroll and card suite, putting on-chain dollars in the pockets of 65,000 plus workers across the US and globally. That number is going to really grow. And the fact that the Clarity Act now is being worked out, and it's going to be a little bit of the Genius Act then, and they're going to be going back to the drawing board, because we know banks are pissed off. They believe that the Genius Act and the way it's set up now is going to be too competitive for them. Well, guess what? They don't want to give us nothing anyway. So cry me a river. So I could care less about the regular big banks. If holding my money in something like a stable coin gave me way more than holding, say, and we got, of course, we got Uphold and all of them, where you can earn money just by having and don't forget that, having your paycheck, a portion of it allotted to Uphold. You'll make more money in that than you would in a regular savings account at the bank, because banks don't want us to win, guys. But again, back to this. So this is big. This is huge. And I love right here, Zebec. If you don't understand why it's huge, they're going to tell you. And I can't wait till they do spaces on this, because you know how they do. They're the kings of getting on here and talking with the community. So I expect big things from that one. But why it matters, the U.S. payroll market is processing $9 trillion annually, guys. With USD1, U.S. employees can earn, spend, and transfer dollars instantly on chain, bridging crypto and real world payments. Payroll. Get part of your salary in USD1. Oh my God. Cards. Spend anywhere. MasterCard is accepted. So check this out, guys. Another way to look at this. When politically connected U.S. financial entities start doing things like putting crypto into your paychecks, because this is what this is, it's a stable coin. Crypto has crossed that threshold from opposition to integration. So we are there. We're just moments away, actually. And we're so early that all we can do is profit from this. That's all we can do from this one, guys. So let me tell you why this is even bigger. I'm going to jump over here, because that's the big news, guys. You can't get no bigger than that, right? Who knew that was coming? So let me jump over. Let me put it to you like this. This is a big deal with Zebec in their partnership with World Liberty Finance. It's bigger than ETFs, but not because of this particular partnership, mainly because of the whole payroll thing, period. Guys, I'm always thinking outside the box, and I'm always looking at things from a different perspective. And this is the perspective that I'm looking at it from. When you take something like an ETF, I think they're great. I think when they first started doing ETFs and they did the whole Bitcoin and Ethereum and all of that, and now we just have just a line of cryptos that are ETFs or being prepared to be an ETF. I thought it was great, but it's not bigger than payroll. with ETFs, you got that capital exposure. Now you got the Wall Street attention, but you also have speculation, a lot of speculation. It doesn't remove that from the picture. You're still going to get the, I wonder how high can Bitcoin go, or how high can Ethereum go? It all depends on how many people start pumping into this ETFs, and you got the market factors and all that. Biggest difference when you got with payroll, which is why I say we got us a gem right here with ZBCN, is because with payroll, you have recurring usage. Because what are people going to do? They're going to work. They're going to work hard, some harder than others, around the clock. And what are they going to do? They're going to have daily transactions through the whole recurring payments that is going into their bank accounts in USD1. And what are these people going to do, especially those with the Zebec cards? They are going to be spending that money that is on them cards. Real people spending real money. Then now let's bring in that partnership. Remember, that's President Trump's company. How major is that? The crypto president. This says that the U.S. wants to be the number one when it comes to crypto. So why would they pick a crypto company to allow their USD1 to be integrated into their flows or whatever with Zebec if they didn't believe Zebec was the best out there? Just food for thought. You guys let me know down below. But this is a great day for all the ZBCN holders. Again, I'm shout out ZBCN, man. He know why. And this is one, guys, for the record books. And my last thing I want to leave off with this is, do not forget, governments will not regulate things that they plan to kill off. So by them regulating crypto, that's a great thing, because that means it's something that is here to stay. To the next one, this your boy. I'm out.